My mother passed away in the early hours of Monday, February 13th, 2006. I was 15. 20 years is a long time, but on one hand, it doesn't feel that distant. On the other, she almost seems a stranger from another life. I found a need to express my love for her through my work on this channel. I then thought about discussing the many films or shows that I knew held importance to her, or that I had good memories experiencing with her. In the end, due to time and other factors, I decided to cut to the chase and focus on the film that was adapted from possibly her favorite book and became maybe her favorite movie, To Kill a Mockingbird. To Kill a Mockingbird is a 1962 Best Picture nominated film based on the massively successful Pulitzer Prize-winning book of the same name by Harper Lee. It was the first and only book Lee ever published until Go Set a Watchman in July 2015, just 7 months before her death. For reasons I won't get into here, I will never read that book. But I read and cherished To Kill a Mockingbird growing up. As did my mother. I remember her eagerly talking to my siblings and I about it when we reached it in school. It became a formative book and movie for me that helped shape my moral compass and how I approach people and the world. One of my biggest sources of sadness about her early death is that I never got to discuss the material with my mother as two adults, when I could have had a better understanding and view of the text. To Kill a Mockingbird follows siblings Scout, played by Mary Badham, and Jem, played by Philip Alford, as they navigate childhood in a small 1930s Depression-era Alabama town over the course of a couple years. Their imaginations and fears swirl as they discuss Boo Radley, the reclusive, mysterious son of a neighbor.
Judging from his tracks, he's about 6.5 feet tall. He eats raw squirrels and all the cats he can catch. There's a long, jagged scar that runs all the way across his face. His teeth are yellow and rotten, his eyes are popped, and he drools most of the time.
The 6-year-old Scout adjusts to school for the first time.
Teacher got mad as the devil at me and said you were teaching me to read all wrong and to stop it. Then acted like a fool and tried to give Walter Cunningham a quarter when everybody knows Cunninghams won't take nothing from nobody.
Maybe she's just nervous. After all, it's her first day, too, teaching school and being new here.
Scout is taught life lessons on pride.
Scout, I think maybe next time Mr. Cunningham comes, you better not call me.
I thought you'd want to thank him.
Oh, I do. I think it embarrasses him to be thanked.
And the kids learn about racism and violence through the trial of a local black man, Tom Robinson, played by Brock Peters in a quiet but always powerful performance. Their father Atticus, played by Gregory Peck, is defending Tom, who's on trial for attacking and raping a white woman with a racist father, played by James Anderson. This features some of the best child acting and writing you can find, especially from a film of this era. Scout and Jem are just kids. Kids who want to make their dad proud.
This afternoon when we were over by their house...
Scout, I told you and Jen to leave those poor people alone. I want you to stay away from their house and stop tormenting them.
But kids who forget his wishes when it doesn't suit their fun. Scout tries to be fair and stand up for others like her dad, but she's a kid and repeatedly sticks her foot in it and hurts others without meaning to.
What in the Sam Hill are you doing, Walt? But Atticus, he's gone and drained his dinner in syrup, and now he's pouring it all over.
Scout,
What?
come out here. I want to talk to you.
Watching the movie for the first time in many, many years, I think the novel, from what I remember of it, does a better job with the story of growing up and the vignettes that make up youth and life. The movie captures the transition from carefree, innocent childhood to a greater maturity and understanding of life. Scout knows the world a little better by the story's end. But she's still 7 years old. She still believes in the good of people, and she's kind without thinking about it. Not traits totally absent from adults, but they come more naturally to children. But while growing up is still an important theme of the movie, it's the trial on Atticus and their effects on the kids that are most important to the script. Growing up, a favorite picture book was The True Story of the Three Little Pigs, which told the classic tale from the Big Bad Wolf's POV. The other side of stories fascinated me and still does. You can imagine how much he spoke to me when I first heard Atticus tell Scout,
You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view.
Sir?
Till you climb inside of his skin, walk around in it.
Ever since, no matter how angry at or disappointed or hurt by someone I've been, I try to see things from their point of view. To be honest, that's partially due to my ADHD and my brain's natural anxiety and inclination to overthink situations. But it also stems from a deep-rooted desire to be fair about why someone did something or continues to do it. That doesn't mean they're excused or that I have to support what they do, but it helps me better understand them, helps stop me from impulsively acting on my POV alone. It guides me to the proper course to take. Atticus for many has been that. A guiding beacon, a lighthouse in many a storm where all you can see is doom. He's the ideal father figure to millions around the world. Along with Blue's dad Bandit, he's my gold standard for parenting. He's a gentleman, he's just, kind, loving, but still human. His heart breaks for others' suffering. He's worried for his children's safety in a rough world. Gregory Peck was an often outspoken supporter of equal rights, and he condemned racism in his work and private life.
Words like yid and kike and kikey and nigger and coon make me kind of sick no matter who says them.
Atticus was his favorite role, which won him his only Oscar. Peck's power has always been in his still, calm, quiet moments.
Which is in itself, gentlemen, a lie. Which I do not need to point out to you.
You wouldn't be afraid of him yelling. You'd worry about seeing that disappointed look in his eyes. That's the power of Atticus. He's not one to scream or get in fights, but he'll bravely stand up for what he believes in.
They thought that you believed Tom Robinson's story again, aren't you? Well, it was wrong, wasn't it?
I've been appointed to defend Tom Robinson. Now that he's been charged, that's what I intend to do.
Still, again, he's human. Capable of fear when those most precious to him are in danger. Of regret that the world isn't a better, fairer place. The world can wear him down, but he's always ready to get back up and fight another day, because you can't live otherwise. Another line that has stuck with me, particularly as I've gotten older and had my own child, is when Atticus is explaining to Scout why he's taking the Tom Robinson case, despite many in town trying to talk him out of it.
But if I didn't, I couldn't hold my head up in town. I couldn't even tell you or Jim not to do something again.
When I'm looking for the right thing to do, or when I've messed up, I think of that line. What can I do that will allow me to hold my head up high in my world and feel like I'm being a good person for others and a good dad for my child? I fall short more often than I care to mention, but I keep trying for my daughter and for the memory of my mother. I think about her often, especially in times of deep sadness or distress. Sometimes I have to hold on to her memory tighter than I'd like so I can remind myself, yes, this wonderful woman was my mother. But I know one thing that'll keep her alive is talking about who and what she loved, and what those people and pieces of art taught her, and what she taught me. While I can never ask her, I can guess what To Kill a Mockingbird, the book and the movie, said to her. Be good, open-minded, and be a good example for loved ones. I hope it's obvious what she, the book, and the movie passed on to me. If not, all I have left to say is in dark times like this, when injustice is rampant, and fear is being stoked for the other to excuse the actions and failures and crimes of those in power, and maybe even ourselves, be a good person and parent to the world, and set an example that others can look to for hope and guidance. Be an Atticus. Be like my mother.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.